Hey everybody, it's Yarrow. Let's get back into some more Wizardry. Off camera I just did all the healing up and everything because that's not really all that interesting to see. You've seen it once. I don't think it's really necessary to go through it again. So anyway, let's get to some more fighting. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of inspecting on me and just burn up a Doom Epic, try to see where areas where I haven't been before. Now I believe it's possible through use of like teleportation spells to go into every single grid square. So I think in the Apple II version though, if you went into those squares, you'd actually teleport into rock, and your whole party would just die. So using teleport spells, which are available much later in the game, were risky because you could end up wiping your entire party if you would just actually put in coordinates. You wouldn't have a map or anything. You just put in what level and what east and west coordinates numbers that you wanted to go to. He's going to dispel, and if you got it wrong, you could teleport inside a rock and end up dying and killing your entire party, which yeah, you really didn't want to do. So it's very important to pay attention to maps and have them labeled properly. And the bottom left corner of the maps, you'll notice, is 0, 0. So you wanted to make sure that, because if you're just one coordinate off, right, because you got a little bit confused and you numbered your map a little bit wrong, then you could have ended up inadvertently teleporting into solid rock and dying. Alright, so so I got it a little bit turned around. Yeah. Jeez. Because I was too busy yakking. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go this way, and I believe up here there's a whole bunch of doors here. So in some areas there's actually some special events and things. Like I showed in another video, there was those areas I could have searched, and but I haven't really done it all that much of that yet. I'm trying to just maybe level up once more. Septimus is already dinged. I'm hoping to get my fighters all leveled up as well, and perhaps Yarrow or Mage. I think he's pretty close as well to leveling. And then maybe we'll take on like the boss. Now in this game, you could do a lot of kind of gamey sort of cheaty things. The game wasn't really exactly I guess persistent. It was designed that even if you beat it with one party, you could come in with another party and go through the same thing, the same levels, and encounter the same bosses and everything like that. So it's a bit it's a bit cheaty that you can just keep grinding the same boss over and over again, right? Good, the chest was not trapped. And that was just back in the day, kind of limitations of the hardware too. And I think it'd be pretty annoying that if you wanted to play over again, you'd have to do like a whole wipe of your save file or whatever, right? To really start from square one. Because what fun would the game be if you cleared out all the monsters and then tried to go in with another party? It'd be basically a museum tour. Anyway, let's just get on with the fighting. Bunch of small humanoids. I don't know what the identification is based on. I haven't really looked into the exact mechanics of how everything works in this game. I just kind of play it and sort of hope for the best. So I don't really know how combat damage is determined. I do know that AC is just like from D&D. AC is chance to hit. Triggered a trap. It was a poison needle. Alright. Well, we're pretty far away. But I do have a bunch of Dio spells. But yeah, poison. They kind of really nerfed poison, I guess, in sort of modern Dungeons and Dragons. Poison used to be, you'd lose health at a periodic rate, and I think poison now just reduces your stats. Oh, yeah. See, I made a wrong turn, and yeah. So every step I make, Samwise loses a health. And so I'm going to have to heal him back up if I really want to save him. Now, I don't think camping... Okay. So camping doesn't hurt. So you can camp as long as you want. And the poison will just stop. The poison only moves through you as you walk through the dungeon. Which it would maybe make sense, because, you exert yourself a little bit more, and, the blood kind of flows and moves the poison around. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that just heals him up, but that does not cancel out the poison. Now it's a little bit annoying that on that status screen it says it's good that it says poison to let you know that yeah, he's poisoned and he can die, but at the same time you don't know his maximum health anymore, right? So. But it's 11, so I think I'll save off on using a Dios until later. I could always use a neutralizing potion as well. Now I have to remember exactly, I think I go this way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to top him up a few times. Now I don't know if combat will poison him as each round of combat goes through. I'm not too sure, because usually I have characters just die when they get poisoned, if they're at a low level. And later on you can get a spell that will cure poison, but I don't believe... Maybe Septimus does have it. Let's read the spell books and see what he has, because he has quite a few spells, right? Matu, Allies AC up, Calfo, Manifo, and Montino. Nope. I don't believe... Now, it's at least nice that the game actually tells you what your spells do. At least here. Not in the battle, though. So, you do have to memorize a little bit. But, again, in the Apple II version, they didn't have enough memory to give you all this information. So, you'd have to look up each spell in the... It would show this list, but you had to look up each spell in the manual to figure out what it did. And in combat you had to type the spell out, and if you typed it wrong, then the spell would just fizzle and not work. So it wouldn't say, oh hey, you don't have a spell of that name. You would just end up wasting your turn. I don't know if you'd burn up a spell use. Probably not, because I didn't know what level that spell was that you were trying to type. But yeah, it didn't go, oh hey, that's an invalid spell, try again. It would just go, nope, you wasted your turn. Same with the trap disarming, actually. When I played this, this was actually like the first RPG that I ever really played. When I was a kid, I was probably like 8 or 9 or something, and the game was pretty ancient even by those standards, right? But all the other games I played was like Mario and stuff on Nintendo, and but yeah, I never really had much experience with RPGs until so I'm probably gonna have to risk it and use that neutralizing, unless if I want to pay $250 to bring this guy back to life. Oh crap! I pressed the wrong button. All right, well, what level was he? No. Yeah, see, I should stop looking down at my controller, because my controller, it's not an Xbox 360 controller, but the buttons are labeled like an Xbox 360. It's a Logitech. And so A, B, X, and Y are actually reversed from how they were on the Super Nintendo. But I've actually mapped all the controls to how, positionally how all the buttons were mapped. So I tried to press B to bring up the party, or to bring up the camp, so I could heal up Samwise, but I ended up pressing I pressed B on my controller, but that was actually A, and A makes you, it's actually kick. It makes you advance forward. But if there's a secret door or whatever, you'll actually kick through it. Anyway, we're gonna inspect Samwise. We can actually... Can we unequip him? I think we can. This is a little bit cheesy, but yeah, you can unequip all their items and maybe even sell them off. But he's level 3, so I don't want... and he's already died once. So he might die again. He might... And, you know, I think if it doesn't work, the resurrection, then he's just dead permanently. And so you really don't want to... You know, it's not permadeath, but you really don't want them to die a whole lot. Because, eventually, I think the more times they die, the worse your chances are of actually resurrecting. So anyway, I'm going to pool all the gold, take all his gold from his corpse. Because immediately once you go up to town... Once you go up to town, he disappears from your party list, right? So we're going to go to Temple of Cant. And yeah, he's 750 gold to revive. So maybe we revive one of the other guys. Because I just pooled the gold and we don't have enough gold. I pooled the gold to... No, not... Oh, yeah, yeah, we have 612, and he's 750. So each level it goes up by 250. Ah, that really sucks. And I think you still need a thief. I think as you go deeper into the dungeons, you know, the traps do actually get harder, and you'll need a thief with, you know, better agility and luck to disarm them. I could cheat, and you know, another exploit you can do is just keep creating characters at the training grounds, right? Take all their gold and then, you know, dismiss them, remove them, and keep creating more characters. And so you could do that and then go to the Boltax trading post. Now, I've never started the game with the very fresh copy, and I know this ROM actually has been played a little bit, so so I'm not sure if these items are supposed to be available right off the start, but yeah, you could potentially spend a whole bunch of time farming out all those rookies, grabbing all their items and removing them from the game to get, you know, the 6,000 gold you need for the gloves of copper or the iron shield, and you know, you could completely, you know, there's no level requirements to it for any of these equipment. It's just gold. But anyway. So we could just run around without a thief. I do have Calfo, and I could use those spells to disarm the trap instead that way. Yeah, this is quite a conundrum now, isn't it? Alright, well, enough screwing around. Let's, Okay, so Septimus, he didn't learn any new spells. He lost strength and vitality as well, and only gained a hit point. Unfortunate. And Yarrow, he gained strength, IQ, and vitality, but he lost some agility and got 2 hit points. Now, I think just like in D&D, you know, when you level up, it rolls a die, and based on what class you have, you know, that die could be like a big die. Like, I think for fighters, it could be like a D10 or a D12. So, you know, you roll that sided die and take that number, and I think you might add your vitality as well, or some portion of your vitality, and you know, that would be your the number of hit points you gained. But mages and priests, well, mages especially, I think, you know, I think they're like they roll like a three-sided dice, or I don't think there's a three-sided dice. D4. Yeah. Oh no, they're whatever. Anyways, we need a thief. So I'm wondering if I should just get a newbie thief or revive one of our old guys who will have just a little bit of experience and he can level up. I think I'll revive one of our old guys. So Hikaru or Mary? Hikaru. Let's try. Press Y to pool gold. Okay, Rick. Pay the man. Is need Cadorto now? I don't know what that means. That's not the best translation. Ashed. Okay, so like I said, you know, you have a chance of failing, and that was a failure, and he's ashed. So I don't think he's dead yet, but I think you need... Well, it's obviously even more expensive now. But I think if that fails, then he's gone permanently. So, let's try getting Mary. Does he need Cadorto too? Nope, he's cured. Okay, so he's back. And I believe he has all his equipment too. Alright, well let's go to the tavern. Let's add Mary. We're gonna have to heal him up a bit. What level is Mary? Still level 1. Oh, and he needs a ton of I should have just grabbed a new guy. He needs a ton of experience. I guess Mary didn't last all that long either. Oh yeah, he was down in that first dungeon crawl. He said, "Oh hey, there's no trap," and then oops, exploding box, and he killed me. What a dope. All right, anyway, this one's gone on long enough. Let's cut it short here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.